Hey yo, what up? What up? It's Lamek with Salah Sports TV back at you with another one. What up, fans of the sport? So we just got done watching the Canelo versus Charlo fight. Um, Pretty much called it right on the button. Canelo was able to get out of there with an easy, unanimous decision victory. Maybe he lost. You can maybe give Jamel Charlo, and I mean at the very most, you can give Jamel Charlo 2 rounds, right? If not 2 rounds, it could easily be a clean sweep for Canelo. But Jamel Charlo, he was able to withstand what Canelo dished out. He was dropped twice in the fight. He's never been dropped in his career, but tonight he was dropped twice. So rough night for one Jamel Charlo. He has no business being at 168. I mean, that much we know. He doesn't have the athleticism, didn't have the athleticism, he didn't trust his own body. Um he was tentative to throw punches, didn't want to throw. That's not the Jamel Charlo that we know. And this is my thing about moving up in these weights and everything. If you can't move up and be yourself, if you can't move up and fight as yourself, right? Show up as yourself. If you can't do that, don't do it. You just moving up just to be moving up. Like you that's not you. That's like we've never seen Jamel Charlo fight like that. Right? So he moves up to 168. Now he's got to be this guy that moves around constantly. And that's not him. That's not his that's never been his style. Right? Now it gets really tough. For a guy like Jamel Charlo, it gets really tough because now you got to move back down. You still got all those belts at 154. Now you got to cut all that muscle that you just built up and move back down. That's extremely damaging to the body. That's like cutting off. It's one thing to lose fat, but when you got to cut off muscle like that, that is very that's rough, very rough. So shout out to Jamel Charlo, man. He got the bag. Um, I'm sure that's what this is about. Sure he got upwards of 10 million bucks. Like he went up there, got it, and hey, it can't be taken away from him. See, the thing about these fighters, like as much as we want them to preserve themselves and not do things just for money, like it's boxing, right? Now think about it. If Jamel Charlo doesn't take that fight, where does he get a $10 million paycheck from? Right? A lot of people might say Crawford. Maybe that's a $10 million. Maybe, right? But he's thinking if I'm getting that for the, if I'm getting 10 million for Canelo, I'm probably going to get less than 10 million for Crawford, right? I'm not in the guy's head. I'm just thinking. I'm just saying, like these guys fight for money. You know that this was Jamel Charlo's money fight. It was supposed to be his brother's. He was out here getting slapped around and wasn't ready to fight, and so Jamel Charlo. Shout out to Jamel Charlo. You know, um, I don't think he put up a good performance at all. It's definitely the worst I've seen him fight ever. But that's the thing when somebody calls you from two weight classes north of where you fight, you already have a built-in excuse. It's not because I want them to have one. It's not because you or anybody else does. It's there. The face of boxing called out a guy from two weight divisions down, right? I mean, I was just saying in my comments the other day, like, I mean, what if Bud called out Devin Haney, right? Let's do undisputed versus undisputed. Let's get Bud versus Devin Haney. You see how ridiculous that shit looks? It's no difference. It's literally no difference. None. And then you calling him out, but you're not like making any concessions. Like he calls the guy out to come all the way up, but Canelo still put on all that weight tonight, right? He still came in with all that extra weight advantage. He still, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. So I'm glad. One thing I am glad is that this shit is over. So now we get to see the next move. Will David Benavidez get that call? Right? Will David Benavidez get? Will he get the phone call from Canelo, or will it be a guy like Erickson Lubin? Don't be surprised, Erickson Lubin versus Canelo. Yes, because I want to deliver all the biggest fights, the fights that the fans want, and then he'll fight Erickson Lubin in his next fight. Shit, this guy, man. But no, as for the night, I mean, look, I'm not even going to sit here and say like Canelo looked great because he didn't. He's fighting a guy that he was supposed to knock out. Okay, anytime a guy comes from that far beneath your division, you supposed to knock him out, right? Now Charlo was taking his punches. He was hurt, but I mean, Canelo couldn't get a guy from 154 out of there. That's my takeaway for him. I would love to see the winner of Benavidez and Andrade fight Canelo Alvarez. I would love to see that. Unfortunately, I think the winner of that fight is gonna have to get really, really disrespectful. I'm talking about like they're gonna have to get personal with this guy. I mean, it should have happened anyway. Like people they give him too much respect. They give him too much respect. He's in the boxing game just like everybody else. He has to be subject to the same skullduggery as everybody else. Too much respect. And Jermell Charlo, the way he was talking leading up to this fight, he fought exactly how he was talking. He was talking as if he said enough nice things about Canelo, Canelo wouldn't get angry and try to rip his head off. Well, you don't know Canelo, apparently. Because Canelo still tried to rip his head off. He just can't. He couldn't do it. Canelo ain't that guy. He ain't that guy like that. Canelo's time is coming. You just can't be scared. Like a scared fighter will never. You won't do it. Like if he was in there to survive. Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo was only in there to survive tonight. You know, if Jermell Charlo's putting this performance up, at 154, or if he's putting this performance up at 160, I'm on his fucking head. Pause. Right? I would. But he jumped up 2 weight classes. What the fuck am I going to tell him? Like, he had no business being up there. Of course he didn't. And that's why he was chosen. That's why Canelo picked him. So, all the Canelo cocksuckers, get ready because, yes, we do have, we're not going to give him credit for this. Right? And I'm not one of these guys, like, I don't look for conspiracies. Like, I don't do that. I don't do none of that. I don't even do the racial stuff. It ain't about that. You know, half the people that talk about race don't even understand the shit. So this ain't that. But like, I will call some bullshit out. Right? But anyway, If you like the video, go ahead and throw that left hook to the like button. Peace.